Hi, today I'm 37 weeks pregnant and I'm going to do a quick update. As normal, I haven't done one for a few weeks. So in a week, tomorrow, I will be having a little girl. I'm getting induced next Wednesday. It's Tuesday here today in Australia. I'm getting induced because of the size of her head, basically. She's 4 weeks ahead of her age, so I'll be 38 weeks and 2 days when I get induced. Now, I'm seeing my doctor on Thursday and she's going to possibly do a stretch and sweep to try and see if we can get me to go into labour naturally beforehand. Otherwise, I've got to go in on the Wednesday morning, and I have to tell her on Thursday the way I want to get induced, and I'm struggling so much with this decision because I feel like I just want her to tell me what she wants to do because I don't know. I'm just a bit nervous about it. So she's given me a couple of options. She wants to know if I can go in there and just have the gel and have my water broken and see how things go, or I can have everything done. So I can go in there 7 o'clock in the morning, have my water broken, have the gel, have the drip, and have an epidural all at once. With my son, I had no pain relief at all. I had a completely natural birth, and I'm still quite traumatised by what I went through with that. So I don't feel like I need to not have any drugs this time because I've done it that way. But I also feel, to me, it feels a bit funny going in to have a baby and having an epidural in the beginning before you've even sort of been through everything. That might sound weird to some people, but I feel like you should feel some pain before you have a baby, maybe. Although I'm sure once I feel it, I'll remember exactly what it was like and not want to do that again. But I think her concern is having the drip and everything, that if I don't get an epidural while she's there at the start, I might not have time because it might be too quick, the labour. So yeah, I don't really know what to do. At the moment, I'm thinking I'm going to get my water broken and have the gel but not get the drip, because I know that can make the contractions much more painful and stronger, and see whether I naturally grow into labour that way. If any of you guys have had that drip before or had much experience getting induced, if you could leave a comment giving me some advice, that would really help maybe make my decision. My obstetrician is amazing, but she just sort of, if I ask her what her opinion is and say, well, what do you think, what would you prefer to do, she'll put it back on me and sort of say, Christy, it depends what type of labour you have. I want you to do what you're comfortable with and what you prefer, which is really nice. But at the same time, yeah, I kind of would prefer if she made the decision for me. So yeah, that's where we are at the moment. I'm getting incredibly bad heartburn all the time now, and even when I take the tablet at night, they're not really working now. It's getting so strong. Having a lot of trouble sleeping. My hips hurt, and what else has been happening? I don't, like, she's getting lower, but I don't feel like she's dropped completely, but I think that's kind of normal. They say only with your first you'll drop a couple of weeks beforehand, whereas with after your first, sometimes it won't happen to you actually in labour. I'm really organised. I ordered a City Mini double side-by-side pram, the new GT version, which isn't out yet, and that will be in Australia. Yeah, I think they said the end of March, so I'm not going to have a pram for the first probably 6 weeks, but I really want to wait for this one because it's got a bit of extra height, and I just researched it heaps and it seems like an awesome pram. Excuse me. Because my son has so many allergies, I really need he spends a lot of time in the pram, so even though he's just turned 2, when we go places, I have to have the option to have them both in a pram, and I just really preferred the side-by-side where they both can see and they're the same, rather than the Phil and Ted's where there's one underneath. So yeah, that's exciting, waiting for that, but other than that, I'm really organised. I've just got to do some final, just go through, check my bags packed properly, and I have some final touches to do. That's about it. Oh, so I've got stretch marks with this one. With my son, I didn't get any stretch marks. I'm not sure if I've mentioned that in another video. I've had them for a few weeks. I've got a dress on, so I can't show you, but I'll show you my stomach after I have the baby so you can see. I reckon I've got about 4 or 5, really quite low down, but they're quite thick and big, so that's crap, but worth it. Also, I'm having second thoughts on the name. Matt's not really, and every name I suggest he doesn't really like, but I've come up with a new name I really love, but I'm not sure if we're going to change it, or we really need to get on top of that too. I think that's all. Alright guys, so I probably won't be making another video until I have her, or I might make one after Thursday, depending on what my obstetrician says when she checks me and does that sweep. I possibly might do a video after that. Alright, bye. Guys, I forgot to show you my belly, so I'm just going to quickly do that now. Okay. It's a big belly. Alright.